Everything will be fine if you know what to do. We're not here to catch a train. We're here because this is where the gate is. Gate? What gate? At the end of the platform are stairs that lead down to the tracks. About 30 yards down the track along the wall is a door. It's got a drawing on it, a star. Things were going a little fast for me now. Uncle Chris kept walking quickly, headed for the far end of the platform. I had to dodge around pillars and overturn garbage cans to keep up with him. You with me? He asked sharply. Yeah, I said, stairs, door, star. Why are we at the door is the gate. For some reason I'm not with you. Open the door, go inside and say, Pendragon. Dendo what? Pendragon. Say it. Pendragon, I got it. What is it? Some kind of password? It'll get us where we're going. Okay, could this have been any more mysterious? Why didn't you just say abracadabra or something equally stupid? I was beginning to think this was all some kind of big joke. Why are you telling me this? I said nervously. We're going together, right? That's the plan. But if anything, stop right there. Uh-oh. We weren't alone. We both stopped short and whipped around to see a cop. Busted. For what, I'm not sure. Trespassing, I guess. Do you boys want to tell me what you're doing down here? The cop looked confident. No cocky. He was a clean-cut guy with a perfect khaki-colored uniform, a big badge, and an even bigger gun. At least it was still in his holster. Even though we were busted, I was actually kind of relieved to see it, to be honest. Uncle Preston started to freak me out. I didn't think we were going off the deep end or anything, but this adventure was getting stranger by the second. Maybe now that cop was here, he'd have to explain things a little better. I looked up to Uncle Press, expecting him to answer the cop. I didn't like what I saw. Uncle Press was staring the cop down. I could sense the wheels turning in his head, calculating. What? Escape? I hope not. The gun on the cop's hip looked nasty. There was a long moment of silence, like a standoff. Then somebody else joined the party. Can't you leave me in peace? We all shot a look over to a dark corner where a pile of garbage sat. It used to look like a pile of garbage until it moved. And I saw that it was a homeless dude. Correction, he had a home. We were standing in it. He was a big guy, and I had no idea how old he was because all I saw was a tangle of hair and rags. He didn't smell so good either. He pulled himself to his feet and shuffled toward us. When he spoke, it was kind of a slurred, crazy speech. Peace, that's all I want. A little peace, a little quiet, he jabbered. Uncle Press squared off and stood firm, glancing quickly back and forth between the cop and the homeless guy. He was thinking fast, calculating. I think you two better come with me, the cop said to us calmly. He wasn't rattled by the new arrival. I looked to Uncle Press. He didn't move. The homeless guy got closer. Castle, this is my castle. I want you all to what? Asked Uncle Press. What do you want us to do? I couldn't believe he's trying to talk to this crazy guy. Then the platform started to rumble. Another subway train was on its way. I want you all to go away. Leave me alone. For some reason, this made Uncle Press smile. Now I was totally confused. Whatever he was trying to calculate, he had his answer. He turned away from the homeless guy and faced the cop. You don't know this territory, do you? He said to the cop. Huh? What was that supposed to mean? Behind us, the light from the subway train started to leak into the station. We'd be there in a few seconds. The homeless guy started waving his arms for emphasis. You, I'm talking to you! I want you out of my castle, he yelled at the cop. I was afraid the cop would pull his gun on the guy for his own protection. He didn't. He stood there staring at Uncle Press. He looked like two gunslingers, each waiting for the other to blink. Then he gave a little smile and said, what was your first clue? The uniform. City cops in this territory wear blue, not khaki, answered Uncle Press. This guy wasn't a cop, then who was he? The train horn blared and the screeching of metal wheels on track and closer. I'm flattered, though, Uncle Press said calmly. Contain yourself. Uncle Press knew who this guy was. The homeless guy kept getting closer to the cop, or whoever he was. That's it, that's it. If you don't get now, I'm gonna... Suddenly, the cop snapped a look at the homeless guy. It was a cold look that made me catch my breath. It stopped the homeless guy in his tracks. The cop stared at him with an intensity I'd never seen. The guy froze, and then began to shake like he had a fever. The subway horn blared. The train was almost in the station. The homeless guy looked at it as if he wanted to get away, but the cop's laser-like gaze had him locked in place. And something happened that I won't forget as long as I live, though I wish I could. The homeless guy opened his mouth and let out a horrifying, anguished cry, and then he ran. But he didn't run away. He ran for the tracks. The train entered the station in a blur, and this guy was running toward it. No, stop, I shouted. It didn't matter. The homeless guy kept running. He jumped in front of the train. I turned away at the last second, but that didn't stop me from hearing it. It was a sickening thud, and a scream was suddenly cut off. The train didn't stop. I bet no one on board knew what had happened. But I did, and I wanted to hear it. looked to Uncle Press with a painful look. He wiped it away in the next instant and looked back to the cop, who stood there with a smug little smile. That was beneath you, Saint Aid.